the very thing you attempt to teach through that pseudo-ass information. You're going all over the place instead of coming home to Africa. And you want your claim to fame is the goddamn CIA with nothing that your ancestors left here. You want to debunk your ancestors and put the CIA's files out there for you. The same CIA that set up all the black people that try to resurrect our goddamn information. The same CIA is the one you telling us to put our faith in about your fucking extraterrestrial exploits. But you debrogate, demean, undermine, circumvent, and usurp our ancient eschatological and cosmogonical texts for some damn CIA files. And you think that you've seen anger. We gave you tough love, and the least we can do is laugh. Because actually what you're doing is disrespectful. Black people have been denied so much. And for you to deny them of something so powerful as the metal nature and the stories that it unfolds and it has abound for all of us. How to leave this planet. The world got their math and their science, but I guess everybody's fucking stupid and you're the only smart one. Part 1 and Part 2. Temple of Man. R.S. Swallow Lubitsch, all about the mathematics found in Egypt. E, pi, Fibonacci sequence, golden mean ratio. I don't know if you know these fucking things, but you know the world learned it from Egypt through deciphering the text. So you tell me the Rhind papyrus and all these other mathematical papyrus that they found in ancient Egypt that accurately evaluate the arithmetic, that wasn't properly deciphered, but we're still living off the backs of our ancestors that taught the world math and science. And your ass is trying to take it away from the black race. And that's not only the only horror, they mastered consciousness and how to leave here and sustain their consciousness and possibly even come back and maintain their consciousness. And you think it's a fucking game. This is the only access we have to our information. To do that which they conceptualize to be that which gods do. And you think it's a fucking game. I don't beef with you about you being a fucking asshole. I don't do that. I'm not concerned about you as a person. I don't need to be in your personal life. I care about what our ancestors left here for us. That's what I'm about. What did our ancestors leave here? And was they crazy? Hell no. They talked about these constellations and it was absolutely accurate in their accounts about the constellations. And that has been deciphered in the metal nature. All you got to do is read the book of the Dead or the Book of Gates. The so-called Book of the Dead, the Para and Haru. High-def version. The Book of Gates, the world's first scientific text. The whole world says this is the world's first scientific text, except for you, because it couldn't be deciphered. You're the only fucking one that knows this. Unfucking believable. And this is the book you fucking need. A $10,000 goddamn book. If you want to study the damn Anunnaki and their burial. Instead of switching up. When's the last time I taught about Anunnaki? You know what I'm saying? I mean, after all, when's the last time you heard me talk about it? I done grown for it. So was you lying? Was you making mistakes? Was you misleading people? Or when you was getting your information periodically from these aliens, did they mislead you? How come they don't correct you and say, yo, Pharaoh, first of all, bro, you're getting into too much beef. Why your aliens ain't telling you you're bringing on too much drama around yourself? Why they don't care about you either? People on planet Earth and people outside the planet don't give a fuck about you. I say this because I care about you because you got potential, but you got to stop the foolishness. All you want to do is get mad every time someone tells you something you don't like. You need a fucking father figure in your life, boy. You need a big brother that'll fuck you up when you're out of line. Because you got enough virtual mothers out here. Even Lon's just a little boy. He reminds me of my son. You got enough of them out here. But you need Big Brother to fuck you up. Not kill you. But you need your ass kicked by a Big Brother that loves you. Somebody that's going to let you know, man, you got to stop doing this dumb shit. You one of them young men that need a Big Brother, at the very least. Or a father figure in your life to tell you, don't take on more enemies than you can handle. And especially when you got something promising right in front of you. You got something promising, and you're only going to have it for so long, because you ain't going to be cute after 2-3 more years. Everyone's introduction is always a cute introduction. And the older you get, the more horrible people start treating you. It's a fact. You're not always going to be able to play the victim and the little boy, the innocent boy that everybody that's older than me is attacking me. You're running out of years. You're lucky it's still going on at 23. And it's probably because of your voice and the way you behave that makes people think you're younger than you really are. Your behavior and your voice has people thinking you're really a little boy when you're a young man. You keep saying you old heads, you old heads. Yo, a lot of the people you call old heads aren't actually old heads yet. You better wake up. I'm telling you, what you're doing is disrespectful and it's a violation of our history, man. A damn violation. People spending all this damn time reading books. $400 damn book right here. Horizontal gene transfer. And I need this in order to study what they wrote thousands of years ago in the world's first scientific text. Who you talking about, man? You think you're going to just say anything in front of people that's studying? Are you kidding me? You think you can just say anything you want to say? Yo, listen. Listen. Egyptian coffin text. And I couldn't even get through this book without having to go through this book. Over $400. I ain't talking about the PDF version that you can download either. And my Hebrew brothers, that's the furthest they went. And didn't even read all the passage, misinterpreted something. I had to read them the next 2 paragraphs to let them know they didn't say someone was homosexual. They were saying that it could be misunderstood to be homosexual, and many people do that. 2 paragraphs after. And I had to prove that to them in my Hebrew extirpation DVD. They didn't read the next 2 paragraphs. If you were me, and you had to deal with this state of illiteracy in a community that prides themselves in being conscious, you would be just as angry. Fucking spending my time flying out the country, in and out, to do research. For you Negroes to just download shit and not even read it completely. Not even double check the background of the authors. Just read anybody's shit that you agree with and associate it to black people. And people so fucking lazy, if it sounds good and it feels good and it makes them feel powerful, they just believe it. You're lazy. You would rather say you're getting some information from somewhere so people don't have to really question you, so you can say, oh, no, that's just my personal experience. Than to sit here and do and employ methodology like regular scholars do. And have your peers review your paperwork before you put it in front of people, or have friends close to you that's indulging in the same study critique you before you share it with the community. Nonsensical behavior. Before I give this to Inky, let me just play this confusion for the record to show people he's telling lies. He said, I didn't let the people know his sentiments about why he backed out the debate. Instead, I slandered him. I didn't, and I asked everybody here, what did I say about him that was so negative that he had to talk about Sinetta, call Inky a thief, and bring my wife into the equation? Tell me what I said. All I did was laugh, and he couldn't handle it. You need to grow up. People will laugh at you from time to time. I've been laughed at when I came in the community. They laughed at Inky. We stay around long enough, we have the last laugh. Them niggas is out of here. Or they doing lesser than we're doing. I care about this information. I ain't got to do this damn thing. Tomorrow, just go on my Instagram. I'm going to be in the center court side watching the LeBron versus, watching the Cavaliers versus Clippers game. Just go online and look up the seats it costs to be courtside in the center. Watch it on TV. I'll stand up on purpose like I do all the time for my homies. Yo, check me out. Watch this. Every commercial, you can see me do this. When you watch the replay, you can't miss me because every time they cross that center court, I'm gonna have a shiny ass hat on or something. Just yo, it's me. That's what my shiny clothes is for. Courtside, or front row at concerts. What are you talking about? I care about this information. I don't gotta sit here and do this, raise my damn voice like I'm talking to one of my children. It's because I care. I don't want to see you hurt, and everybody don't got enough sense like me or live good enough like me. You got people not doing so good, and you frustrating people that's not doing that good. You know how people not doing good handle their anger? I just go courtside, relax, watch the teams play. I pick which wife I want to go out with. 1, 2, 3, or 4, or the 2 women I'm courting. Those are the kind of problems I got. Which woman I'm going out with tonight? That's my problems. But I instead insist on breaking sweats to talk to someone like you, because you're out of control and these people out here are trying to get you hurt. Don't think all these people love you. They don't fucking love you. They would have told you stop long time ago. You're a damn disgrace, man, because you know I work very hard to see if I could bridge the gap and get you to talk to these people to get rid of some of this drama so you can come back to New York and be at peace. And you go and you bring my wife into the equation because you don't like being laughed at. What did I say about you, young man? Where did I slander you at? What's the statement? What's the sentence? What's the derogatory name that I called you, young man? I ain't violating no goddamn agreement. When you said you're going your way, I got the right to have Unc on the show. I felt like I had to have the brother on the show. I apologize to Sonetta and Unc because they called me and warned me about you. They said, once your feelings get hurt, you can't handle it. They said, once your feelings get hurt, you're going to start wilding out and misbehaving like a little brat. And you start making up stories and doing streams and playing victim. They told me, they warned me about you. They said, Polight, we did not make that shit up. That boy's going to go on the stream and tell some crazy ass story. And he's going to keep making videos. He's going to say he ain't going to do a video. Then he's going to do a video. Then he's going to do another video. And so far, he has 3 up. He did 2 yesterday. He writes just one more on his social media. I'm like, yo, you just talked about my wife. How much more you got to do? You're lucky I'm happy in my life. You're so lucky. Because if you was talking to Brownsville Polight, with my stomach touching my back, this would be, I'm already frustrated. I ain't got shit. This would be crazy. You're lucky. Because Brownsville Polight friends are still lurking like, hey, we hungry. We ain't got nothing else to do. Man, brother, we ain't doing that. Come on, I don't want to be connected with that. Stop that. Please, let me hang up the phone quick. It's probably tapping my phone. I don't wonder why you hear no crazy shit like that. I'm living too good. Yeah, we gonna drop that. Now, my wife said, drop that knowledge. I ain't sweating it. I ain't sweating it. What I'm supposed to do? And you look, they come on my side. Look, he disrespect your wife. What you gonna do, Polight? You gonna kill him? Yo, you people are sick out there. What the fuck is this? They like, yo, Polight, look, another man disrespect your wife. What you gonna do? I'm gonna let them live in the hood. I live in Beverly Hills. That's how we're gonna play. You're gonna stay in the hood, and I'm gonna stay in Beverly Hills. If I take a few feet outside my door, jacuzzi. If I take a few feet to the right, sauna. In the same place where the jacuzzi's at, pool. Come back a few more feet in my house. Upstairs or downstairs. Balcony. Listen, brand new home. New bookshelf. I don't got no business trying to go kill somebody. The way I avenge negativity perpetrated against my wife, take her to the game. I'm sorry, baby, that I'm around these people that's bothering you. We going to the game tomorrow. I know you like that. What I'm supposed to do, hurt somebody because they said something bad? Come on, you're not doing that. Let me play this thing. Let me share this screen, show you the young man telling stories again. But you can hear in it all, he's just hurt because we was laughing at him. And I made it clear. I didn't read his text verbatim because I don't believe in reading people's text messages and sharing it to the world. I'm just not from that culture. This is a new age. It's like if this was rap, he would be like a mumble rapper of lecture. So stop the bull crap. It's a slick shot that he tried to throw. Talk about my wife and say, but I heard that from Sarnetta. Y'all ain't hear that from Sarnetta. Y'all heard it from him. That's a fucking cowardice move. You already got beef with one woman and you're going to court for that woman. Now you're coming after my wife. You already got beef with one woman. And for all you fuckboys that's out there talking about, you know what? She's a snitch. What's she supposed to do? Fight a fucking grown man in the streets? They ain't no little boy. He's 23 years old. They ain't no little boy. So what you want Dr. Ma'at to do? She's a grown fucking woman. What's she supposed to do? Fight this young man in the streets? Or sacrifice her children? She teaching the goddamn community. What are you asking this black woman to do? To see him in person? Listen, there's a no snitching clause for young folk that's into gang banging and nigga shit. You know why? Because gang banging and nigga shit is normally illegal or immoral. So when you're doing illegal, immoral things, you're not supposed to go to the police because that's not fair. Because while I'm doing something illegal and immoral, I can now try to play the handicap and say, yo, let me see if I can get the boys involved. I'm getting myself into something kind of thick. Hey, police, they're trying to kill me because I'm selling drugs on the corner. That killing is illegal. You see, that's snitching because you're selling drugs. So now when you get in over your head, you want to call the police when you was already doing something illegal. That's snitching. Grown women with children and young men having beef with them. What do you expect the grown women to do? Get out on these streets and tussle with the young man? What do you expect? Now, me personally, I have a different approach. I would never want to see the young brother get incarcerated. But I'm not in her world and I'm not in her life. But God damn it, boy, you already got beef with one black woman taking you to court. We still don't know where her son stands, if they give a damn about the court system or not. You already got Sarnetta's family waiting for you to come into Brooklyn for your beef going on with him. You already have a group of Brooklyn cats waiting for you to come in. Now my wife, who has just as much, almost the same amount of followers as you on Instagram, she has her own people that love and support her in addition to the people in my house, particularly me. You get a deal without bringing up my wife. And your claim to fame is, I'm just telling you what Sarnetta told me. So get mad at him. Ain't nobody heard Sarnetta say that. Nobody heard Sarnetta say any of that. No one hears Sarnetta say nothing negative about my wife. We heard it from you. But it's okay though. It's all good. It's all good. But what I don't want to hear from people is he's just a little boy, because he was man enough to bring my wife into the conversation when he had a problem with me laughing at his scholarship. I ask you all again, what did I say? What did I say? What did I call him to make this so bad? Name me a derogatory term that I used against that brother. Tell me a phraseology that I used to degrade that brother. Tell me what I said to slander that brother. The only issue I had with that brother was in the matter of scholarship. Only problem. If you can find something after the 2 damn years this brother has been slandering me. Y'all didn't tell him, brother, you should chill. Polight's not making videos. Y'all didn't say that to him. Y'all didn't say this gotta stop. I don't know no little boys that's 23 years old. He's a grown man to get himself into beef with a bunch of Brooklyn cats. He's grown enough to get himself into beef with Sarnetta. He's grown enough to get himself into beef with Rob Prophet. He's grown enough to get himself into beef with Inky. He's grown enough to get himself into beef with a grown woman taking him to court. He's grown enough to bring my wife into the equation, which means he's grown enough to bring me into the equation. He's not a little boy at this particular point in time. I'm sorry. The little boy card is out. His voice may be very misleading, granted, but he's not a little boy. He's 23 years old. He's making decisions he chose to make. So here is my conversation to you, family. Because he's young. I understand that. He needs a mentor desperately. And I'm talking to you all out there. You all out there, you provocateurs, you agent provocateurs out there, those getting paid and those not getting paid. You should be ashamed of yourselves because you're going to get that young man in some trouble he can't get out. He already has court cases in front of him. He already is on parole. And you encourage him. Yeah, bang on him. Yeah, talk about his wife. Yep, that's on Sarnetta. Those people don't love you, Pharaoh. Wake the fuck up, boy. They don't love you. Because anybody with any sense would have told you you're bringing on too much trouble around yourself. You're getting yourself into so much problems. And people can keep saying people picking on you. Don't nobody give a damn about that. Don't nobody give a fuck about what these virtual people saying at the end of the day. Once you involve their family members, once you make threats, once you disrespect people's mothers, no one gives a damn about what anyone says in virtual land. So this whole thing that you're the victim and people keep bothering you, don't nobody give a fuck about that. Don't nobody care. All they know is their mother, their wives, their uncles, their fathers. That's all they know. And you have targeted all types of people from the family. This is a fact. Sons, mothers, uncles, nephews, husbands, wives, herbalists. Like, this thing is just ridiculous. We laughed at your scholarship, young man. We never disrespected you. The closest to disrespect you can feel is the fact we're laughing at the things you say, and I can qualify it because if someone tells me about the physiology or the physiological structures of the pyramids, and I know physiology is a genre in science that ascertains the biology, the two don't mix. I have every right. If someone talks about the molecular structure of an atom, this is what you said on our screen, I have the right to laugh because, again, you don't know what you're talking about. Molecular structure and atom don't go together. If someone says the same speed of light is the same speed of thought, and I have to presume if you're going to get the speed of light correct, then you must have access to the sources that's going to tell you the speed of thought. And if you think your thought has the limitations that light has, that may be the reason why you're making all of these mistakes grammatically. Brother, I'm telling you this out of love. Stop creating more enemies than need be because you're too emotional. Stop bringing women into the equation when you have a problem. You're not going to keep hiding behind it. They're picking on me, you see, family? So I'm just trying to have peace. I ain't trying to say nothing. But, you know, Sarnetta said this about your wife. Inky's a thief. And he stole something from Brother Polight. You see that kind of energy right there? First of all, you seen Sarnetta and I had issues. Why are you trying to create an issue again with Sarnetta and I? In the past, Inky and I had issues. You see, we rehashed that. Why are you trying to open up that wound again? Then you bring in my wife, who has absolutely nothing to do with why you're not taking the debate. If you feel humiliated, if you feel demeaned, if you feel belittled, fine. Don't take the debate. No one's forcing your hand. But this extra stuff, this is bad. And what y'all don't know, family, while y'all encourage this young man to keep saying inflammatory things to people who don't give a hell about your theory that he's a young boy. The white man will try him like a grown man at 17. These streets will try him like a grown man at 13. What do you expect from us? We're conscious? He's 23 damn years old. Once you talk about someone's wife, uncle, son, mother, and children, he's no longer a little boy at 23. Now, if you love him, you tell him, stop taking on more enemies than he can handle, because eventually he can't see all the people that don't like him. If you care about this black man, you're not going to encourage his behavior because he can only have but so much enemies. And now he has 2 cities saying he can't come in there. And he can talk all of that. Yo, I'm ready to see you whenever I want. My man never sent me back a dress or a tie. That's all for YouTube. That's all for YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what. You can see me whenever you want to see me. But right now, I want you on the stream. Bro, I ain't doing no YouTube streams back and forth. To call you names? To call you names? How long you been doing this thing that you got me confused with this chaos? I just don't like the information you teach. I don't like the way you've been addressing me. I thought you changed your approach. I still think you're a lot more mature than you was prior. But give you an opportunity for the old personality to resurrect itself, and look what you do. Now, I don't hate you. What you did is extremely disrespectful, but I knew I was walking in dealing with a young man that has a history of being disrespectful. I know you have to be more refined in your communication. But I'm talking to you as an older brother, because these people online don't give a hell about you. I'm talking to you as an older brother. Everybody don't have the heart that I have. I want to talk to you in person. And as a man, you decline. I want to talk to you in person, since you're man enough to talk about my wife. Anytime I had an issue with brothers teaching on these panels in this community that's out there and moving around, I've always had the opportunity to talk to them in person. There's always been reconciliation. The Hebrew brother went on the Know the Ledge radio show, said, I never said any of that. And you was one of the people that Hebrew brother Tazariak had to correct. That stuff that Pharaoh was saying, that I said about Polight's wife, not true. And all of y'all that's saying that I disrespected Polight's wife, not true. That's what Tazariak said. Know the Ledge radio. But Tazariak was man enough to have the face-to-face conversation. Same day, talk to my wife directly. Next day we together. Later on, invited into my house. Man stuff. I don't agree with his doctrine. But he's not a bozo at heart and mind where he would not even try to see a brother in person after those kind of statements. Mr. Muhammad, the best Muslim in the world, if you ask him. When we had an issue and there was a discrepancy about something he said, we talked in person. He didn't run and hide. We talked in person. I offered you the same opportunity, brother. I don't do this stuff for YouTube. When it get intense, I'm talking to people in person. We try to diffuse the momentum of a situation so it doesn't escalate. But I see this is all YouTube and games. So forget about it, bro. Forget about it. And you got that text more than once. And you even told the people on your stream you got it. But when the video is off and you turn off the YouTube and you monetize your video, no follow-up? So what you think? You think you're just going to have problems with people in clusters and hey, I'm booked. Brother, I'm telling you, it's not wise to get into so much problems like this and move around and think everybody only lives in New York City. And now you have two cities on your head. And the difference between the other city and New York City, New York want to tell everybody, no fly zone. That's what New York want to do. New York's a very egotistical city. So New York, Brooklyn, Harlem, them cats want to tell everybody, you can't come here. The other city is like, when he comes, he'll find out.
But no, we just want to teach the people, listen, this information is not just a new form of church, guys. We're not just teaching this stuff so you can feel good and give you a place to hide from white folks. Like, okay, yeah, come in here and we're going to all say fuck white folks 100 times and then we'll feel good by the time we leave. And we'll mix in a few scientific terms, melanin, alkaline, and then we are ready to go home. No, it don't go like that. All these things have science behind them. And if we're going to get global respect, if we're going to come together globally as a family with all of the different pieces of the Black family from around the globe, we have to look like something that they'll be proud to unite with. And when we are espousing ourselves publicly on the internet as scientists. We have to have some, like, there's no scientists that know everything. People get things wrong. But you have to have, first of all, the humility to accept those times when you get things wrong. And you have to have the dedication to at least spend some time and perfect the craft. Don't just grab words and throw them out to the people and think that everybody's dumb.